think if we were honest with ourselves, that we'd admit it would be a bit of a shock if we were told that our sister or daughter was going to marry a colored man. Well, did you discuss all the disadvantages of a mixed marriage in this country?
Well, we didn't talk about it much, really. We both knew that there's a certain amount of prejudice to be combated, but we felt prepared to deal with it as it came along.
My name's Karina Santos. I have a 3-year-old daughter. I met her father about 7-8 years ago. We started dating when I was in high school. He had just graduated. And then a couple years later, I ended up getting pregnant. I didn't think race was an important issue. I just knew that he was black and I wasn't. It wasn't a big deal to me. Until later on, probably when my father knew I was dating him, it was a problem for him. Dad being my dad, I kind of felt like he would have a problem with it.
So my girlfriend's white, and obviously that means that my child's gonna be mixed, but I don't think I actually started to feel that prejudice until I was like at work, is where the first time it actually got kind of brought up. When I finally let the news out to my coworkers and everything, I was hearing like little comments here and there like, oh, so what's up? Like the kid's gonna be half white? Or, oh man, why didn't you stick with a Latina? Or anything like that. And I never even thought that would like be an issue, but here I am like 2019 getting reminded of it. I said, well, look at it this way, technically my girl, she's half Mexican because she got a little Mexican in her. And it was, supposed to be a joke, like a joke for a joke, but she kind of took offense to this. And she's like, she ain't Mexican. The baby's gonna be half Mexican, but she ain't Mexican.
There were a couple comments made from other people stating that I wouldn't know how to raise a interracial child. And I guess I didn't really think about it too much until after I had her. They would say things, it was like silly things, but something about her hair, if I would know how to do her hair. But in my head, I was just like, of course I can do her hair. She's my daughter. I have received multiple comments from people saying that she looks nothing like me. People are surprised when I say she's my daughter because she doesn't look like me. I've definitely heard ignorant comments made by friends, family, multiple times. After I've had Amelia and someone says something, it does get me upset. During the summer, I remember someone saying, oh, you're too dark, because of how tan someone was. And Amelia was right there, and I thought, I didn't like that, because what if she looks at her skin and says, she's dark. She notices her skin color now. She knows she's darker than her mom, she says all the time. So I don't want her to think that that's a problem because someone said, oh, you're too dark, because her skin is not a problem.
During a ceremony at my job, and I work with youth, so this goes to show you how this is kind of like really deeply tied into our culture already. So as I'm sitting down on the sidelines watching the ceremony go on, one of the kids, they come up to me and they ask me that oh, your girlfriend's white, and I'm like, yeah. And these kids are saying, oh, you should have got with a Mexican, and I kind of asked them, well, why do you think that? And like, nah, you got to keep it pure. So is it unfortunate that my son's got to grow up in a society like this where we still kind of view The color of your skin is something that we could judge you by. Yeah, it is. But, you know, it doesn't mean that I can't be hopeful for the future. I mean, my son's gonna be multicultural. You know, he's gonna be white, he's gonna be Chinese, he's gonna be Mexican. So like that's an awesome freaking barbecue dish right there in itself. And like this is like the steps that we could take to start kind of diminishing the racism and the prejudice that still exists in this country, because the further we get, you know, it's just an inevitability that mixed people, you know, there's going to be more and more of us as time goes forward. It's great to know that my son is going to have all these great opportunities because of his different backgrounds.